Hello students. Today we start chapter 2, the rise and growth of the company power. Okay. So inside this chapter we learn about the political condition of India after Aurangzeb, many commercial relation with other countries of India like the Portuguese in India, the Dutch in India, the British in India and the French in India. Okay. The Battle of Plassey, the subsidiary alliance system, the doctrine of lapse, the Regulating Act of 1773 and the judicial administration. So let's start with the political condition of India after the independence. Okay. So we already know that in 18th century, late 18th century, the political condition of India was highly unstable. Okay, because Aurangzeb was the last powerful Mughal ruler of India and his death in 1707 marked the beginning of the war of succession of throne of Delhi, because every succession ruler of Aurangzeb, they all are fight for the throne of Delhi. Okay, so the Mughal court was divided into two parts, the Turani and the Irani. Okay, so because of this fight for the throne of the Delhi, taking advantage of a weak center, that means the Mughal governor of Oudh, Bengal and Deccan freed to themselves from the control of central government. Okay, so this paved the way for the other foreign nation to invent and dominate India. Okay, because after the death of the Aurangzeb, the condition of India, political condition of India is very weak. Okay, so India had commercial relation with the other countries also, from the west, from ancient time. So some of the other countries who come India for their trade and for commerce sections for, so these are, first one is the Portuguese. Okay, so Portuguese means Vasco da Gama. He was a Portuguese navigator who find out the new sea route to India, okay, for trade with India. So he reached the port of Calicut on 20 May 1498 with the fleet of 4 ships and 118 sailors on the board. Okay, so he received a warm welcome from the Hindu king Jamorin. Okay, so the Portuguese succeed in establishing their trading center in India. In Cochin, Goa, Daman and Diu, they all are the some areas where the Portuguese success to establish their trading centers. Okay, till 1961. After Portuguese, the Dutch, they are come in India. So the Dutch East India Company was formed in 1602 and their important factories were located in Masulipatam, Pulicat, Surat, Karikal, Patna, Balasore and Cochin. Okay, and the Dutch companies export cotton cloth, silk, mossela, opium, indigo, all these things from India. Okay, so Dutch also succeed in establishing their monopoly in spice trade throughout the 17th century. So while the Dutch expanding their trade in India, in the island or for the Far East, so they were opposed to the Dutch government. So this behavior of the government lead to decline of the company. Okay, because the government is laid stress on maintaining its primacy over the affair of the company. So that's why this type of behavior of the government is led to decline of the company, and because of this behavior the Dutch companies are declining in India. Okay, after Dutch, British are come in India. So when British come in India, Sir Francis Drake, he was a British navigator who undertook voyages around the world in 1579. Okay, so the English Queen Elizabeth I, she also encouraged many seafarers like James Lancaster, John Middlehalls, Captain Raymond, all these to go in India. Okay, so on 31st December 1600, Queen Elizabeth is granted the East India Company a royal charter. Royal charter means giving right for East India Company that it to the sole right to the trade with the East. Okay, means a royal charter clearly means that no other trading group in England could now compete with the East India Company. Okay, so the company now had a right to undertake wise to the new and the unknown market from where it could buy goods at a cheaper price and sell them back in the Europe at a higher price. Okay, so for this thing Elizabeth granted the East India Company for a royal charter. Okay, so in India the first factory of East India Company was established at Surat. Okay, then after it these factories were also established in Madras, Chennai, Bombay means Mumbai, and Calcutta, now it Kolkata. Okay, after British, French companies are also come in India. So the first French factory was established in India by Franciscus Caron at Surat 1668. Okay, so they were also established some factories in India in Masulipatam, Pondicherry, Maha, Chandan Nagar, Karikal, Balasore, Surat, etc. Okay, so all of them wanted to excel in trade by earning maximum profit because their main aim to earn India's wealth. Okay, so they also trading with spices like cloves, cardamom, peppers, no, and other fine silk and cotton for their main objective trade. Okay, they also raise arm against the local ruler. That means if they oppose to establish of their factories, thus politics and trade become inseparable. Okay, they also do some political affairs with India and some trading affairs also. So these are the some countries who had India commercial relation with the India of the West since ancient time. Okay, so this all these are come in India because Indian coast become a very trading destination for the European powers who fought the control of Indian trade and rich natural resources. Okay, so the next thing is the Battle of Plassey. So the question is arise, what is Battle of Plassey? Who start this? No? And why? What are the causes for this war? So, alarmed by the fall of Fort William, the company of official in Madras immediately sent force under Robert Sibley and the Admiral Weston to Calcutta. Okay, because of the emergency. So, after his arrival in Calcutta, Sibley succeeds in securing the support of Malik Chand. Okay, so Malik Chand was the Nawab officer in charge of Calcutta. Mir Jafar, who was the commander-in-chief of Nawab armies, Jagat Seth, and an influential banker, or Om Chand is an intermediary. All of them joined hand together to depose Siraj-ud-Dowlah. Okay, so the armies of Nawab and the British faced each other at a Plassey. Plassey means a mango grove 22 miles south of Murshidabad. Okay, this was the state. This was a place where this battle was started or fight. Okay, on 23rd June 1757. So at that time, Siraj-ud-Dowlah was captured and killed by the British and the Nawab army. Okay, so after when he was dead, Mir Jafar was proclaimed the new Nawab of the Bengal. Okay, so Jafar rewarded the British by granting them the Jamidari of 24 district of Bengal. Okay, so all French settlement in Bengal were also surrendered to the English because the army of Nawab is also surrendered for the British. So this was the first major victory of the English in India. Okay, Battle of Plassey, which was held on 23rd June 1757. Okay, under the Lord Robert Clive meeting. So the